once we all realize we're in charge, there's nothing stopping us. And how do you recommend? I mean, it's basic knowledge. Even that thing that Bill Hicks said, that you explained very well, that we are the imagination of ourselves.
Yeah.
It was inside of me. I knew it was true, but I forgot about it. What can we do as individuals, as human beings who know this important information? How can we spread it? How can we share it? What effective ways do you see us battling this, and how can we be successful?
Well, for a start, we don't even need quantum physics to prove it. All you've got to do is look at people's lives change when their attitudes change. It's cause and effect. And in the end, because it's a choice to take this information on or not, all you can do is keep putting it out there. And some people will, you know, what the old story of falling on stony ground and all that stuff. And all you can keep doing is pounding it out there. And the more you do, the more people will be affected by it. But in the end, it's the old horse to water. You can't make it drink. And therefore it must be like that. Otherwise, you can't impose information on people. You can't do it. Thank goodness me, you can't. But and you can show by example as well. I mean, if you look at my life, 20 years ago, anyone looking at my life, they'd say that's a road traffic accident. That guy's life. I was not able to walk down any street without being ridiculed. I'd stop at the lights in my car, and the family in the next car were laughing at the lights. A comedian didn't need a joke just to say my bloody name. I mean, what did David Frost once said, introducing an award show? He said he was doing film titles and stuff. He said, "Oh, and there's a remake of Postcard from the Edge starring David Icke," and he got massively laughed at. All you had to do, and people would say that guy's life is over. But if you keep putting one foot in front of the other, and you keep doing what you believe in, the waters open. They do, and if people look at what's happening to me now, from the perspective of then, they would say what's happening now absolutely impossible. But it happened, and it happened because you will not accept it not happening. And you see, if you won't accept it not happening, then it must manifest. Because that very state of being, I am not going to go under, I am going to make a success of this, is going out in your electromagnetic field, and it's pulling in people, opportunities, circumstances, locations that deliver in your experience reality that which you will not take no for an answer about. You know, we have this incredible power. While, you know, down this street there'll be people, "Who are you?" "Oh, I'm just Ethel, I'm working in the store." Yeah, no, that's your experience. You are consciousness having that experience, and you can have the experience and let the experience be an enslavement of you, or you can realize that you are consciousness having the experience, therefore accept the experience, enjoy the experience, and even once you realize you control your own reality, get another friggin' experience. Don't be Ethel working down the school, be something else. You know, and this is another area. You know, people think that if you haven't been to university, you haven't been to college, well, you can't do anything other than the mundane. I've never passed an exam in my life. And the only exams I've ever taken are end-of-year exams, class exams. I never took any of the big exams. I went off to play football. Never went near a university or a college, you know, thank you God, and all that stuff. But and therefore I taught myself in my time on my terms, not with the system's terms, my terms. And anyone can do it. What it is the understanding that anything is possible. And hitting life from that perspective, instead of saying, no, focusing on what's not possible, you focus on anything that's possible. Because if I can go from being ridiculed, probably the most ridiculed man in British history, for a simple reason, the size of the media these days, to what's happening now around the world, then anything is possible. And we just have to We just have to come from that understanding and make it happen, because we can.
And nothing is impossible. And you're a perfect example of that. I want to thank you, because many people would have backed down. Many people would have just quit and not stayed persistent like you have. I'm very happy you have. The information you're providing me is amazing. I always take it with an open mind. I don't know what to believe many times, but I believe in positivity. I believe whenever I kept in that mindset, good things happen. When I was in a negative mindset, bad things happen. And I want to thank you for reminding me.
It really is that simple.
Anything else you'd like to say?
Well, you know, I think you're doing a fantastic job, by the way. I think you're one of the most genuine people in this whole arena in terms of the way you give without demanding to receive. And what we need is more people like you, young people coming into this. And you know, one of the great things that you do is doorstep famous people when they make public appearances and ask them questions the pathetic mainstream media will not even dare to ask. And what I'd love to see is more and more people taking that example. So wherever these people are going to go in public, there's someone sticking a microphone under their nose and asking them their questions, so we give them no rest. Why should we give these people rest and allow them to move on and do what they want when their agenda is not just human enslavement, it's killing the population, it's poisoning our children and controlling the minds of our children and grandchildren. And you know, it's great that people are protesting, but for me, one of the areas we need to go into, you're kind of an example of this, is instead of protesting at what I call the oil rights, you know, the political dark suits, they're just puppets on a string. We need to pick out these engineers, the Rockefellers, the Kissingers, and these people, the Rothschilds. I mean, you doorstepped Jacob Rothschild, didn't you? I remember that. That was brilliant, because that's what we need to do. And you know the interesting thing when I watched your doorstep stuff, like Jacob Rothschild, oh, powerful, all that stuff, and oh yes, Silverstein, ooh. And that brilliant one,
Tony Blair
with Cheney. Well, Tony Blair,
oh, yeah.
yes, Tony Blair's a great example. But Cheney, this man, brutal man, and it was this tired old man,
weak, pathetic
man going into the elevator. The collective thing that I noticed in all of them is once they're isolated and asked these questions, they're pathetic little boys in short trousers. What happened to this powerful Tony Blair? What happened to powerful Dick Cheney and powerful Jacob Rothschild? They have no idea how to answer you. Now, if we can keep doing that so they literally can't go out in public in any significant place which is pre-known without this happening to them, we can hassle them and hassle them and hassle them. That's what we need to do, and I think you do a great job.
We're going to work on it. We're building up a whole platform, and we're going to make it happen.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you so much.
All the best.